Hey, thanks for joining us on the YLN update. I'm RJ. He's Mike, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the Philadelphia music scene. I think it's heating up, even though it's cold out, Mike. I think it's heating up. A lot of good stuff happening. We'll talk about our upcoming vidcast with the Great Socio. That's going to be pretty cool, I think. And they got a lot of stuff coming up. We'll be getting into that in just a little bit, but I'll start off with the fact that we've got a concert calendar. Let's give a little sneak preview. We're going to be changing up our concert calendar. It's in the
Yes.
middle of a process where they'll change it up. Hopefully, it'll be cooler and easier to deal with. Although, Mike, I do have to say you do a great job of keeping up with the info there.
Thanks. I think one of the main goals we want to do is make it more easier to browse. So if you're looking for a certain day, you can find it. If you're looking for a certain band, you can search by that. Things like that.
Yeah, okay. So we have that coming your way. Of course, we always stream 24/7 all the best songs from the Philadelphia area and the Philadelphia bands. Remember, we're really the true hometown radio station. So let's start it off. Revolution, I Love You. They just released an album, or I should say an EP. They just released an
Yeah.
EP, and that's called, what was that? That was Atlantic Ocean, right?
The Atlantic Ocean. Yep.
Okay.
Highly anticipated. Been waiting for it to come out for a while. It's available now for Name Your Price.
Okay.
So you give a donation to them and you can get that EP.
And we're going to have them in for a vidcast in several weeks.
Excellent.
So we'll talk
Excellent.
about that.
Awesome. And a new video from Ashley Leone.
Okay.
It's her official video for the song Spinning. Very, very well done. David Ivory was the director for it. They shot it in Philadelphia. It's a love story. It's mostly filmed around the art museum.
Oh,
So
okay.
I know you know how romantic walks around the art museum can be. So
My wife
can
and I
only
have walked
imagine.
around the art museum, so stop giving me shit, okay? So, but no, that's cool. It's a great place to shoot,
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
and I like that song. I think she did a good job with the song too. All
Definitely.
right, The Fleeting Ends. They have a song that's featured on a TV program. If you have Showtime, you're probably familiar with the TV program Shameless. William Macy stars in that.
Yeah.
And it was last Sunday that they had their song Elaine Until Now featured in that TV program. And I think that's very cool.
Yeah, that is definitely cool. And their video for that is super cool. It's like a stick figure stop motion
Right.
video that I'm sure took hours and hours and hours to put together, but it's very, very cool. That's on our site as well.
And they're talented guys. We had them in for a podcast several months ago, and I think a lot of their talent, and I'm not surprised to see them get type of attention. So we'll see how the future looks for them.
Yes, and again, our friends, the Great Socio, just a couple days ago, we were hanging with them in studio for
Right.
yet another vidcast with those guys. They're in the middle of a Kickstarter program, so I'm going to let them explain to you why tomorrow is such a big day for the Great Socio.
Hey guys, we're the Great Socio. I'm Berto. This is Craig. This is Monty. And we're in the middle of a Kickstarter. And tomorrow is the day to get involved. Campaign ends March 15th, but February 27th is the special super mega incentivized day to make it happen. Basically, anyone who gives or increases their contribution on February 27th will be put on the pre-order list for the live album that's coming out later this year. And you'll also get an immediate download of our new single, Let Go, off of the Find the Time EP, which comes out on March 4th. So super special prizes for those of you that make it happen tomorrow. So yeah, join us. Tomorrow's the day. We're going to raise like all the money. It's going to be great.
I'll tell you what, those guys work really hard and they're doing a really great job. And one of the things, and you and I have talked about this before, but I always like to emphasize one of the things we like to do here at yourlocalnote.com is to watch the bands grow. I mean,
Yes.
we interviewed them 3 years ago, and
One of
from
our
where they were
first.
3 years ago and where they are now, they've just made some great strides and great steps, and we're really happy for them. They're creative guys, they're fun guys, really good guys. So if you can, support their Kickstarter project.
Yeah, and we're going to have a couple songs, or a few songs, I should say, from that new Find the Time EP.
Right.
I had a chance to listen to it on the way home from the studio. It's amazing. Definitely their best work so far. Really, really supporting these guys in their Kickstarter. I know they'll make it, but every little bit counts. And again, tomorrow is the big day to get the pre-order to get on the
Right.
pre-order list for the live album, as well as a instant download for their song "Let Go."
They work really hard and they do a great job. I'll tell you what, they're fun to watch live too.
Absolutely.
They really are. Okay. Singing Snakes. We just had them in recently. They're promoting their EP, Jake Goes to Portland. They just put on Facebook a couple days ago that they already have enough songs for a new EP that they're going to look to get recorded shortly.
Excellent. And as you mentioned when we first started, it's heating up right now. The scenes. There's a lot of bands in the studio right now.
Right.
Off the top of my head, I know Song Dogs has a show on March 7th at Boot and Saddle, and that's their last show before they start going into writing mode and recording. So there's a lot of bands that are gearing up for a good spring, summer touring season with all new material. So it's very exciting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What else do you have? Anything?
I got Hezekiah, another busy man around Philadelphia. Just released the video for his single Hologram Dreams. And we're anticipating an album from him later this year, and this is just the first single off of it. But they had a video that they made. It's very well done. It's about coming up through a struggle, and there's a ton of footage with 10, 12, 14 inches of snow in there walking outside Philadelphia. So that's the only thing, that's the perfect illustration of a struggle that we've experienced just in the last couple months.
I'm not sure if I want to see that. I'm liking the fact that the snow is melting, and to see snow like that again, I'll start twitching.
Yeah.
So, but he's a busy guy. I mean, besides doing his solo stuff, he produces for other artists, and he's got another band, Johnny Popcorn.
That's right.
So he does a great job. Finally, going to wrap it up with the Williams Boy. He's got another song out. It's called "Stay." So, and we've got that up on our site.
Yes, we do. We got that up right now. And before we had out my last story here is Chuck Schaefer. I got a video of him performing live at one of his house shows.
Right.
It's a song. It's a new song actually. It's called Bonfire. So you can check that out right now. We also got Audio Kings of the Third World up right now. This week's vidcast. There's another band that one of our first bands that we had through the studio have come back. They have their new EP, Space Punk. And we sat down with them. We talked about that EP, and we played it too. So definitely check that out.
And the songs sound good. They do a really good job. And what I love about those guys is the simplicity of their songs. They try to keep it simple, and it's also fun. And also, it's always fun talking to those guys.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, that sounds good. So we got Audio Kings of the Third World, our current vidcast coming up on Monday. The Great Socio and their vidcast, and they're talking about their new EP coming up. And of course, we talked about the concert calendar. We've got streaming. We got all sorts of good stuff. So we'll do it again next week with the YLN update. Mike, thanks so much.
You got it, Ardo. See ya.